Here, the mom strategist. I am so excited about the scope today. Now, this topic, I hope you guys are ready for this topic because I'm going to be breaking this all the way down. I'm going to be teaching very simply today. Are you all in for your dream? Hey, Colleen, good to see you. Are you all in for your dream? Okay. And my only goal is, as a result of you hearing this scope today, is to support you with the mindset that I have about whether or not you are all in or not. I have 6 simple points that I know are going to really support you. Hey, darling, good to see you. That I know are going to support you. And of course, one of the reasons that I'm so fired up about this topic today is because I've come off of the retreat. Hey there, you here for some tough love, Kevin? Because I'm coming off of the retreat, and one of the things that I think it's important when you come off the retreat, you're on a high, you're thinking about things at a very high level. You've watched so many people have breakthroughs, create change for themselves. And so I thought, let me just break down for you today what I believe is necessary in order for you to be able to say, I am all in for my dream. For those of you who are just joining me, I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com or on Facebook, Mia Redrick, the mom strategist over there. Thank you so much for sharing, Colleen. I'm a business coach and the mom strategist. I got started in my company over 10 years ago. I made the decision to simply go to work as myself one day. I wanted to combine my background as a corporate trainer and my systems and motherhood into my very own business, and I've done exactly that. And as a result of growing my coaching practice, I've had the great privilege to coach personally thousands of clients, and supporting them with understanding that you can take what you know how to do, your background, your gifts, your talent, your education, your PhD, your JD, your MD, your knowledge, really, your experience, and package that into a product or service that can be exceptionally profitable, serving the world with what you know how to do. And if you don't know how to do that, then you just need to pop onto my scopes over and over again, because that's primarily what I love to talk about. And that's what I teach my clients how to do, is how to build the product of themselves and how to do it in a way that's time rich, so that they're not trading time for dollars. Because usually a lot of people who start businesses, they just leave their jobs and they start a business, but they build their business just like a job. And if you want to learn new ways to be able to monetize in your business, then you'll love what I scope about. All right, so today's scope is actually the brainchild. Today, this is really what made me think of it. I just came off of my retreat. I'm still recuperating from an amazing experience, and it was an absolutely incredible event. And so when I think about doing this event, I always think that I'm all in on my dream, right? Like, I had a dream 5 years ago. This year I just celebrated my 5th year hosting the event. But I remember 5 years ago, I made this decision that I wanted to host a live event for women. And at that time, I wasn't really sure if I could do it. I wasn't really sure if anyone would come. I wasn't really sure even if there would be any breakthroughs. I mean, it's just like any dream that you have. And now, 5 years later, just have seen hundreds of women have come through the doors of my programs and my events. And to see the kind of breakthroughs that have happened as a result, it's just so awe-inspiring. And so I thought, let me create a list of the things that I did do in order for me to be able to manifest that dream, in order for me to be able to live that dream out, in order for me to be able to talk with you tonight about that very thing. And if you don't know my story, one of the things that I want you to understand is that I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over a decade. My husband and I are both full-time entrepreneurs, and my kids are 19, 16, and 12 years old, and they've never seen their mom or dad ever work a job. And I tell you this because I'm really proud about, hey Monique, I'm very proud about that success, because we built businesses that created sustainable success. And I know that that's something that so many people want also out there who are entrepreneurs. And I would say that, to me, one of the greatest benefits of being an entrepreneur is the fact that we've been able to give our kids a world-class education. Pat and I've invested, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, over $700,000 in tuition, educating our kids. And I tell you this because to me that's equally important, because the reason you want to run a business is likely you want to send your kids to the kind of schools you want your kids to go to. And running a profitable business will allow you to do exactly that. Or maybe you want to be an entrepreneur because you want to own your time and you just want to, you want to enter the office whenever you want to. I get that. I love, love, love that I get to construct my work schedule each and every week because I'm the boss, right? Or maybe you just want to date your husband in the middle of the day, right? I'm into that. And I love the fact that controlling your schedule allows you the freedom to be able to have lunch with your husband in the middle of the day, to just have the flexibility to do whatever you want to do. And I don't know what the reasons are for you, but to me, those are some really cool perks of running a business. So today I'm going to get started, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, very simply, how do you know whether or not you are all in for your dream or not? And the reason I wanted to do this quick scope was because so many people, they think they're all in for their dreams. They think they're all in for their dreams. And tonight, what I'm going to share with you is, my hope is that as a result of you hearing this, you'll realize either A, that you are all in, or B, that you're not. And if you're not, you're in a position to be able to change that. All right. And are you ready for this one? Okay. I'm going to try not to be too hardcore, Chef Evelyn. However, I am coming off the retreat, and it was an amazing event. And whenever that happens, you're just so fired up with the revelations that you just want to share with more people the kind of shifts that they need to make. Okay. So here's the first thing that I want you to keep in mind as to whether or not you are all in and committed to your dream or not. Number one, the first thing is you have to be willing to do whatever it takes. And this is for those of you who believe you're all in for your dream, but you're not willing to do whatever it takes. You see what it takes in order for you to be able to manifest whatever you want, or to build a profitable business, or to grow your company. But you've got conditions about doing the things that you need to do. That means that you're not willing to do all the things that it takes. You might take, 4 out of 10 of the things that you need to do off the list because maybe they make you scared or they're inconvenient. But if you are really that person and you're all in as it relates to your dream, you have a mentality that says, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And I will tell you what it could look like for you. It could look like, sometimes I'll talk to someone and they'll tell me that they have a goal to hit, multiple 6 figures in their business, and they're real clear about what the result is that they want. And then when I ask them, why haven't you done the things that you need to do? Because a lot of times the things that they want to do are well within their wheelhouse. Like they could have done it yesterday. It's because maybe I don't like to sell, or I don't like to do this or that, or whatever it is, right? So one of the things, and one of the distinguishing factors about whether or not you are all into your dream or not, is whether or not you're willing to do what it takes. Or are you one of those people that whenever it's time to do what it takes, you've got excuses around it, or you are crossing off the list, the things that you need to do, and as a result of it, you're like that conditional entrepreneur, you know what I'm talking about, right? That conditional entrepreneur that you're not doing what it takes. You're just doing the things that are convenient. But, to create significant success in your business and to change your life is going to require you doing whatever you need to do to overcome yourself to get to the results. And people who get to ring that bell, people who get to cross that finish line, really do make that decision that they're willing to do everything. Does this make sense? All right. The second way you can figure out whether or not you are all in for your dream or not is, are you willing to invest in what is needed? And I know this is an ouch for some of you, and many of you guys are going to tune off at this moment, but hear me on this. Are you willing to invest in what is needed? Now, there are many people out there, you're thinking about what you want for your dream, you're thinking about your business, you're thinking about all of these bodacious dreams you have for your life, but when it comes to making an investment in yourself, even maybe the investment might be coaching, it might be working with a teacher, it might be taking a class, it might be a trainer, and you are not an investor at a high level in the thing that can get you free forever. And that means that some of you guys, when it comes to investing in the things that can really change your life, what you actually do is invest in the thing that can't change your life. You buy things that are on sale, or you don't make the investment at a high level in things that can allow you to get to the result quicker, faster, sooner. You know what I'm talking about? Or maybe you're that person. Maybe you're one of them, the hundreds of people who said to me, I really want to come to your retreat, Mia, but when it came time to buy a ticket, You did make an investment. And now you're watching what other people have said about the experience and what their results are. And you're thinking, oh man, I should have gone. Maybe you're that kind of person. And I do want to be honest with you about it. The fact of the matter is, if you're all in for your dream, you're going to be willing to make some sacrifices. And those sacrifices often require investing time, money, and energy in the things that you want to realize the result that you want. And if you're that person and you don't ever want to do that, or you don't consistently do that, likely it's going to be very difficult for you to hit your dream. I just want to break that all the way down. When I think about myself and I think about the results that I've created in my company, I've created them because I've always been willing to do the things that I need to do without a whole lot of excuses around it. And the question is, what about you? Are you that person whenever it's time to make that investment in yourself, in your dream, in your business, you look at what's on sale before you decide what your company needs? Or are you that person that can say, this is what I need, and you're unapologetic about what that looks like, and as a result of it, you go for it? You guys, I might be talking to myself tonight, and that's okay. I'm totally fine with it. Number 3, right? Are you all in for your dream, all right? That means that you understand that you've got to make the changes in order for you to grow, right? Like, so you will know if you're all in for your dream or not if you're willing to change and do whatever you need to do. You're willing to change who you are. You're listening, right? That you're willing to change who you are so that you can grow into the person that can fit inside that dream that you're thinking about. So the fact of the matter is, people who are all in for their dream, they are all about changing and growing. All right. And I'm going to prove it to you. And the fact of the matter is, people who don't realize their dream, they are not all about changing and growing. They usually are about one or the other, or they want growth without change, but it doesn't work that way. In order for you to get to that place you've never been, you are going to have to change. You're probably going to have to change your mentality. You're probably going to have to change what you know. You might even have to change who you're associating with. You might have to change how you do things. You're likely going to have to change what you're investing in. You're likely going to have to change, what you are learning, what you have access to. And you're going to have a hunger for that. And if you're that person, you don't like to make changes, and you know what I mean, then there will be no growth for you. And as a result of that, you're not going to be able to be all in for your dream, because a great dream is going to require you to change and to grow. I always tell my clients hire me so I can support them in growing their businesses. But truthfully, the reason that they get to grow their businesses is because they get to grow their lives, because they get to grow inside of themselves, their own mindset. And if they can expand how they see themselves, they can create all kinds of incredible results in their business. It doesn't matter. A lot of times people think that growing a great and amazing business is all about hustle and grind. It really isn't about that. It really is about how far can you expand your mindset? How far can you expand your thoughts so that you can receive more in your business and in your world? How big can you expand your mindset so that scarcity no longer dominates your thoughts as it relates to what you can be compensated for, how much you can, charge for your products and services, or who can work with you. So the fact of the matter is, if you are all in for your dream, you're going to have to really love changing. And as a result of that, you're going to start to see that growth happening in your world. And I know that this is flat true. When I think about it, I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago. Thank God, right? It's been a process. And you're not going to be the same person either. If you're all in for your dream, you're going to change along the way. All right. Number 4. All right. If you are all in for your dream, and you're going to find that you're going to have to do what scares you. And so anytime you are looking to reach big in your dream and you've got a bold vision for your life, the fact of the matter is, you're going to be on that skinny branch and you're going to be dangling. And it's going to scare you. But the fact of the matter is, even if it does scare you, it doesn't mean that it's not possible for you. And if you're all in for your dream, you're going to be doing lots of things that scare you. And if you're not doing things that make you afraid, then I can tell you're not changing and growing. And I will tell you also you're not all in for your dream, because big dreams do scare you. It's the truth of the matter. A lot of times the things that we're asking ourselves to do, you've never done before. It might even be, having an essential conversation with a new kind of customer. It might be pitching for new business. It could look like, you are raising your visibility, maybe doing radio or television or anything that you're doing that's new that you've never done before as part of that bold vision that you have for yourself. It is going to scare you straight. Okay. And if you're not doing that, then you're not all in for your dream. If the things you're asking for, you can just do them like the back of your hand, you're not growing. It's flat true. And I wanted to say this specifically to those of you who maybe, sometimes if you don't have a circle of people in your world who are your ambition level and above, and what you're doing, you might be rocking it. Like, you might be doing great things, but in the recesses of your heart, you can do more, but you're not in an environment with people that can challenge you. So therefore, you're doing things that come easily and effortlessly to you, and you might be getting a lot of accolades and a lot of props about it, but you know that you are playing smaller than you need to be playing. And if this is you, I'm talking directly to you. All right, you need to stop that. This year it's time to play a bigger game. You got to do things that scare you. You got to be vulnerable and get out there and really swing for the fence. All right, number 5. All right, you need to be accountable around measurable activities. Yes. So let me tell you what I mean. If you're all in for your dream, you need to be accountable around activities that are measurable. So that means that, let's say you're all in for your dream and your goal is to hit a certain sales goal. You need the measurable activity would be, how many customers are you talking to each and every week? How many leads are you getting? If you're not quantifying your certain activities in your business process or for your dream, then likely you're not doing what you need to do to be all in for your dream. The fact of the matter is, the reason that some people hit their sales goals, right? No, I don't have an S curl. No. And so the reason that some people hit their goals and other people don't hit their goals is because of what they measure. And if you're one of those people that whenever it's time to quantify whatever you've got going on and you don't know what your numbers are and you're afraid to look at your numbers, you're not all in for your dream, because the fact of the matter is you're not going to hit, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million or more in your business without knowing what your metrics need to be. And that's just flat true. And that is the difference between someone that hits their goal from someone that does not hit their goal, right? I just want to be clear about that. For those of you out here who say you're all in for your dream and you're busy and you're busy and you're busy and you feel like you're doing everything in your company, but at the end of the day, you don't know how to quantify the things that you are doing in your business to be able to say whether or not, what it would really take for you to hit your goals. If you don't know and you can't answer your questions around your numbers in your business, you are not all in for your dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have it broken down literally for myself. How many leads? Hey, Tommy, how many leads per day? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to have come through my systems and my funnels so that I know how many conversations I need to have each and every week? Because if you're all in for your dream, your success is a science. It's not something you're just making up each and every day. And I wanted to call this out to those of you who are my people who are very busy in business, but you're not measuring and accountable around the metrics in your business. It's quiet on here tonight, Tommy. And the reason it's quiet is because what I'm talking about tonight is only for those of you who are all in for your dream. And maybe you've been doing some of this, or maybe you haven't been doing any of it. Yeah, thank you so much, right? Or maybe you haven't been doing any of it. My goal is to support you. All right, number 6. You'll know if you're all in for your dream if you're able to give up. Thank you so much. If you're able to give up distractions. Your distractions. So what am I talking about? Now, this is the hard part, because the thing is, if you are all in for your dream, you can't be all in for your dream and deal with a whole bunch of distractions. So what could the distractions look like? Some of the distractions are going to be people. That means people who maybe they don't, they might be fun people, but they don't mean you well in regards to your dream, right? They don't advance the ball in your life. They don't elevate who you are. They distract you. They get in the way of whatever it is that you want to do. A distraction. Distraction could be something that you are doing, like that you're consuming consistently. It could be something like, television, or, oh, I got to see my show every Tuesday and Thursday nights. You're not going to miss it, but you're not writing the chapters for your own book. You know what I'm talking about, okay? All right. The distraction, it could look like, just doing things that don't elevate your purpose and your passion. And you'll know whether or not you're all in for your dreams based on your priorities, how you're spending your time and how you're spending your money and how you're spending your energy. And if you notice that the way you're spending your time, money, and energy, right? Time, money, and time with people, right? Money and energy is getting in the way of you creating results, then you are not all in for your dreams. Because when you're all in for your dreams, you go through a period where you just begin to sacrifice, right, for your dream. There are no hearts, but it's okay. And I want you to get this. You start to sacrifice for the dream. Hey, Shaitan. You begin to sacrifice for that dream. That means that you understand that long term, the only reason that you're doing what you're doing is so that you can live in the way that you want to live. And this is flat true. And it's so funny. And you might even hear your friends say, you don't do the things that you used to do. Thank you guys so much for sharing. You don't do the things that you used to do. You don't come to places that you used to play. You used to go. You don't know any of these television shows. It's sort of like if I'm talking to someone and they're talking to me about, the latest television shows. And they're like, did you see that movie? I'm like, I missed that movie. Did you see that movie? No, I missed that one too. Did you see that movie? You know what I mean? I missed that one. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I missed it. Okay. Along the way. And I'm not saying that to say that you can't have entertainment or anything like that in your life. I'm just talking to those of you, when you're all in on your dream, you're like super focused, right? That's right. You're super focused on the things that you've got to get done. And you really don't have time for the things that create distraction and delay in your world. And that is how you will know whether or not you are all in or not on your dream. If working on your dream becomes optional, you're not all in on your dream, okay? Because that dream, when you wake up in the morning and it's just the thing that's on your heart and that you're thinking about it until the end of the day, that's how you know you're all in on your dream, right? And when you decide, like I like to discipline myself by saying, like if I don't do certain things, then I don't get to do other things. So, so it's sort of like if I work out with my trainer 3 times a week or more, then I will allow myself, for example, to go to a day spa, right? So only way I'm going to go to the day spa is I have to work out at least 3 days or more. That's how I know I'm all in for that dream. Like I'm disciplined about that. If you're that person that rewards yourself before you do whatever you need to do, you're not all in for your dream. I just want to recap really quickly. And I wanted to share with you guys today, just this simple thought process. Are you all in for your dream or not? And I think sometimes we think we're all in for our dreams and we're not. We're just talking about a dream and we're talking about what we want to do. But the fact of the matter is we're not all in. Number one, you'll know because you have to do whatever it takes. And that's going to require you to stand tall in your gifts and to follow through on the things that you say and that needs to be done in order for you to elevate your business, right? And to change your life. Number two, you have to invest in whatever is needed. And the truth of the matter is, if you're all in for your dreams require you to invest time, money, and energy in order for those dreams to happen. If I look at any of the growth that has happened in my companies over the years, it's only happened as a direct result of me making a decision to, one, take public speaking classes, or B, to, invest in coaching, or C, learn how to build funnels, or all kinds of things that I needed to learn over the years in order for me to be able to realize the success. And I think that a lot of times people never think about it. When someone has realized significant success in their businesses, we are always admiring what they've done. But really what you need to ask people, what investments did you make? Because the truth of the matter is, in order for you to be all in for your dream, you have to really invest at a high level in yourself. And when people see, or when you see people that you admire, I can tell you that if you only knew what they were investing in, then you would understand why they show up like that. You would understand their mentality. You know what I mean? You would understand their relatability. You would understand why they sell like they sell, because they've invested at a higher level than most. All right. Number 3, you also would need to understand that change is essential, right? Like to growth. And if you are all into your dream, then you crave changing. Then you fall in love with changing. And I will tell you that. That's, to me, one of the differences between people who hit their goals and people who don't. People who hit their goals fall in love with changing, and they understand that changing equals growing. And if you're not changing, you're not growing, all right? And and that is all around too. Implementation is all going to help you to change and to grow. I mean, it's just the flat truth. It's like me saying that I want to, have a launch and, sell $500,000 worth of something, but I'm not willing to change. Right? I'm not willing to talk to different kind of customers. I'm not willing to grow who I am so I can show up better and stand tall in what I'm doing. If I don't do that, I don't get to grow. All right. And as a result of that, I don't get to hit my goal. So people who hit their goals, who are all in for their dreams, are all about change, and they understand that change is necessary in order for the growth to happen. Does that make sense? Number 4. And also, in order to hit your dreams, you have to do what scares you. And the truth of the matter is, you are going to be afraid. You are going to be afraid of those big, bodacious goals that you have. And it's just flat true. Nobody just, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to take that dream that you have on your vision board or the thing you see in your mind's eye and get there and not feel, afraid. Because you are going to be afraid, but you can still do it. And that's why they always say, feel the fear and do it anyway. It's so true. But that if you're all in for your dream, you're doing things that scare you. And if you're not doing things that scare you, you're not playing a big enough game. And I just want to call you out. And I will tell you this, that some of that's going to also be, for some of you guys, it's going to be coaching. Because I know that for a lot of you, to make an investment at a high level, it might be scary for you, but it's worth it, and you are worth it. And then number 5, you have to be accountable around the activities that are measurable in your business. And so if in fact you are talking about being all in for your dream, you have to be accountable around the things that can, hey, Jasmine, that can truly create a result for you. And if you're not doing things that will allow you to create create those results, then you're not all in for your dream. The fact of the matter is, if you don't know your numbers, if you don't know what it takes, hey, darling, if you don't know your numbers and you don't know what it takes in order for you to hit your goals, then you are not all in for your dream. How many people do you need to talk to? How big does your list need to be? What does your activity need to be tomorrow? If you can't quantify the things that you need to do to create the results that you want, the fact of the matter is you're not all in for your dream, because all in for your dream means that it's down to a system. Like, I know how many people I need to talk to each and every day, 3 to 5 people, in order for me to yield the results that I need to for my company. What about you? Do you have that number? Are you working toward that number? Even if you're new in your business, it doesn't mean that you know that number now, but it means that that's your goal. Like, you're all in to find out your numbers and your formulas. Success is a formula. And if you don't think of it that way, it is. All right. Really important. And then number 6. All right. Are you all in for your dream? And that is, are you willing to give up distraction? You got to understand that there are lots of things that can distract us and take us off our purpose. And our calling. And the fact of the matter is, often whenever you're looking to do something that's amazing, particularly if what you do is it changes the world of other people, you got to understand, yes, success is a formula. You got to understand that, you're going to have lots of things that are going to come into your world to distract you. And my question is that if you're all in for your dream, you create systems for that distraction. And that means that you're not going to let things that you can control get in the way of where you're going. And I think so many of us, we never protect or create systems to protect who we are or what we know or what we're doing. And we allow anyone else's lack of priority to become our priorities. We allow, people in our world sometimes who resent our world. Like, maybe what you're doing is amazing and awesome, but maybe the people that are around you aren't doing anything close to that. And we'll we allow people who are not in a position to have the time to take out time to distract us from the thing that we're doing, right? So instead of you going twice as fast, you're going half as slow. I don't know if that makes sense, but instead of you going twice as fast, you're going slower than you need to be, because you're letting people who don't have any priorities at all be your priority, all right? Or who aren't about you and your mission and your goal, you know what I mean, be a part of your world. I will say that also, distracting, like you might even be watching things or doing things, involved in hobbies, committees, and doing all kinds of things that get in the way of where you're going. Okay. And if this is you, I just want to challenge you. This is for those of you who you spend more time knowing what the latest show is going to be and not missing it, you know, the highlight of your favorite show, and you haven't written any chapters in your book. If that's you, you know, you're not all in for your dream. You're all in for the program that you're watching, right? That's why you already know, you've already marked your calendar for that. That's what it looks like to be all into something. You've already marked your calendar for it. But if you're not marking your calendar for yourself, you're not all in for your dream. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that this supported somebody out there who, you know, the New Year's coming, 2018 is right around the corner, literally. And I know that so many of you are ready to get it done in this upcoming new year. And the fact of the matter is, it's gonna take you being all in for your dream. I look at, you know, I just came off the retreat this past weekend, and I'm still pulling it together. But I had an amazing week. It was like amazing, right? And I want to say that when I look at something that I create that's a big event or something that's created significant results, the one thing that I can always go back and say, you know, how was I all in for my dream? And if I look at this list and I think, did I do what it took in order for me to, you know, make that dream happen? Absolutely. You know what I mean? I went all in. I planned it out. I organized my event. I hired the team that I needed to. I made the investments that I invest in what was needed. Absolutely. 100% for my clients. I showed up. I invested in the teachers that needed to get on that stage to show up for them. You know, did I make the changes for myself so that I could grow? Absolutely. I was absolutely like scared out of my mind 5 years ago about hosting an event, but I knew that in order for me to serve people the way I wanted to at a live event, I had to change that in order for me to grow and be the person that could serve my clients at a different level. And it worked. And did I do what scared me? Absolutely. The idea of hosting an event was petrifying to me. And despite that, I learned to face the things that scared me. And as a result of that, I've been able to bless a lot of people because I showed up for myself. That's what I'm talking to you guys about. All right. And did I get accountable around measurable activities? Absolutely. Every single event is a quantifiable event. And that event is where I sell for my services for the upcoming year. And it's very successful. And I hold myself accountable to that. All right. And that's the reality of what that looks like. And did I give up distractions? That's right. I absolutely, 100%. I showed up for me and I gave up distractions so that I could totally be 100% available for the people who I'm meant to serve. What about you? I hope that this scope supported somebody today in figuring out whether or not you are all in for your dream or not. What was an aha? Anybody want to share any ahas that you have as a result of you being here today? Any ahas as a result of being here today? I got this kind of close to me, right? My mind, heart, and soul are still processing and feel all the rich data energy, right? You've received the retreat. I know. Hopefully everybody's gotten some rest. I'm getting more rest. Today I feel great. Yesterday I was very tired. And I think tomorrow I'll be pretty much back to myself. But I'm still resting. You know what I mean? I'm still resting because if you serve at a high level, you got to rest, right? So really, really, really important. Okay. So what was one aha? Anybody want to share an aha that you got as a result of being here today? I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always stay connected to me at miaredrick.com. Yes, I'm taking it slow this week, but using the energy receipt to make big plans. I know, I want to say little mama. You know I do. And touch that little belly that's like the size of I don't even know if it's the size of a basketball. that little cute belly of yours. Maybe it's the size of a volleyball. I think that's the size of it. But yeah, take it easy this week and plan. I'm with you on that. So exciting. Isn't it exciting? Isn't it exciting to be in the company of other people who are giants? I mean, I think that the retreat was absolutely amazing because you got to be around other people who are just like you. And how cool is that? When's the last time you were in a room and the conversation was a $3-4 million conversation? And that's the most amazing part of being in the room with people who can have an elevated conversation. It's not something that everybody can do, but it's what we did do. And I love that. And I love the fact that there's so much room for every single person to crush it in their business. And that's what is amazing to me. And just talking about what it takes to be all in. And that's what we were doing all weekend long. And it's just absolutely a pleasure for me it's just fun working with people who are giants. Simple as that. Not people who talk about what they want to do, but people and what they're gonna do, but listen to people talk about what they did do. How about that? Right? You know what I'm saying? What they did do. And that is a whole different conversation and mentality. And, and of course, showing up in the room, hello there, showing up in the room with people who are, I'm talking to the choir here for this scope, but who are investors in themselves, who understand at a high level that you can change your entire life by the choices that you make, or the choices for yourself, or the choices that you don't make. And I think that is so important. So I want to thank you guys for coming. So exciting, energizing, need rest just to contain it all. Right, so sweet. Yeah, we all need rest to contain it all. It'll take about a week. It usually takes about a week for me at the end of the retreat to pull it all together, because it was just such an amazing event. And you guys made it absolutely incredible. And that, and literally it's just been, the feedback has just been awesome, amazing, and incredible, and just incredible group of people. And I get to do what I love to do. And you guys get to see how I get to do it, right? So that's the coolest part. And I know that I make it look easy because I'm not going to say it's easy because it is hard work, but that's how I get to work. I mean, that's my work. You know what I'm saying? That's as hard as it gets. And that's not hard. I mean, serving your clients and hanging out with great and amazing people and, helping other people create businesses that do amazing. That's my work. That's what it is. And I know for a fact that, in corporate America, I worked a sweet sense of disorientation. Yes, exactly. In corporate America, I did a whole lot more for a whole lot less. I can tell you that. I did a lot more for a lot less, and a lot less job satisfaction, a lot less money. You know what I'm saying? And what I get to do today and the way that I get to service my clients, it is absolutely amazing. I have to pinch myself sometimes for what I get to do, and the fact that I get to work from the comfort of my home or wherever I want to. So exciting, right? Energizing. I need rest just to contain it all. So sweet, right? Who's that? Okay. Tell me your name. I don't know whose handle that is. Yeah. So, is that a robot? Okay. Colleen, that's so funny. Are there robots? I don't know anything about robots here. That's so funny. Okay. So I want to thank you guys for your time today. I appreciate you. Are there any quick questions before I sign out? Okay. Are there any quick questions before I sign off? Okay. I want to thank you for your time. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the Mom Strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at MiaRedrick.com, MiaRedrick.com, or on Facebook. Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great and amazing day. Sleep tight, guys. Bye. Bye, Colleen. Bye, Jasmine. Bye, Shaitan. Bye, guys.